Now we will have a short vendor presentation, video presentation by one of our sponsors, Bender. I would like to invite Mr. Raghavendra Sajjan. Let's hear from him. Please, sir.
So good afternoon to all. So my name is Raghavendra Sajjan. So I'm taking care of Bender products. So Bender basically it is German company. So we provide electrical safety products. So one is unearthed system and another one grounded system. So again, wherever we supplying earthed system and unearthed system, so online insulation monitoring device, it is called IMD, insulation monitoring device. So wherever your unearthed system, like neutral is floating and even delta, even DC if your negative is unearthed system, we provide the insulation monitoring system. So example, this is the one of the application called, it is hospital product. So we have data center and DCDB nuclear power plant, thermal power plant, even substation, thermal power plant, wherever DCDB is there, we providing our solution with fault location system. So basically it's a Bender system is, so according to IEC standard, so as per standard, so we following as per standard. So this is the condition to be monitored in electrical resistance in the skin. So maybe it is in reduced through the insertion of catheters and body functions may be taken over by operators and during surgery. So wherever group 2 location, example it is in the IEC standard 60367-710 and our IEC standard and our NS standard is SP30 2011. Now it is upgraded 2023. So it is mandatory for group 2 location. So wherever group 2 location, earlier they used ELCB or RCCB, it is grounded system. So now the standard is saying you have to use unearthed system inside the OT, ICU and premature baby room. It is mandatory. So wherever group 0 and group 1 is there, we providing residual current monitoring system. So the heart modules, you can see the highly sensitive to electrical currents. It is more than 10 microampere is enough. See normal our skin, so person to person vary, maybe 1 kilo ohms, 990 ohms, depends on person to person skin. Whenever if you go in the heart muscle surgery, there are 7 layers is there in the skin. Once if cut the 7 layers, the insulation value goes down. Even 10 microampere is enough, sir, heartbeat will stop. So that is the reason the other European country, in other, they are maintaining the standard. So whenever if your patient is die, they are asking for the proof. During operation time, they are saying it is low BP or high BP, but they are asking for standard, where exactly it is low leakage current. So you have to show the equipments. That is the reason, so we can record the current, leakage current, and we can identify online. So fire and explosion risk through use of your, maybe it is very less because of it is all unearthed system, there is no fire will happen because of it is neutral is floating. If you see, consider, if whenever neutral is earthed system, you can use RCCB or ELCB. There may be chances of non-harmonic load because of all biomedical equipment, they are using SMPS power supply. The 48 volt DC, it is converting AC to DC. So during that time, that harmonics will increase. That time maybe it is MCB or ELCB or RCCB, it will trip immediately. That is the reason in ICU and OTU, they are not providing the ELCB, RCCB. They are bypassing the ELCB, RCCB. We have seen many hospitals due to this nuisance tripping. So that is the reason, so you have to use unearthed system in the group 2 location. So what is the advantage? Okay, so this is the safety. So the electrical safety means freedom from most of the dangerous for electrical current under a given set circumstance in the under minimized risk. So safe locations and installations, safe devices and equipment, safe operations and high level of sanitization. So this is the example, it is given the for IEC standard. You can see normal without in the OT and ICU. So in the normal skin it is mentioned 30 milliampere. Once if you 30 milliampere current is flow in our body more than 2 seconds or 4 seconds, you can get the paralysis. Okay, maybe you can get the lot of injured. Okay, so if you go inside the OT and ICU, it is mandatory for, they have mentioned 10 microampere is enough. So you can see the graph, you can 1 ampere, 75 milliampere, 30 milliampere and 10 milliampere. So once if you more than less than 10 milliampere, there is no issue. If you more than 10 milliampere, you can get the cardiac arrest. So that is the reason, so you have to use insulation monitoring for isolation panel. So you can see in the global, so wherever you can see the green color is there, they are following the IEC standard. So wherever you can see the brown, you can see the NFPA. So our blue color IEC and NFE, we following as per IEC standard in India. So this is the standard IEC 60364-7-710, the electrical safety standard. So it is the mandatory for group 2 locations. And here you can see the group 0, group 1. So group 0, group 1 is not mandatory for isolation transformer or IPS panel. So you can use residual current monitoring system. There are also 2 residual current monitoring is there. You have to use type A or type B. You have to decide. So already it is Gopakumar sir has informed for type A, type B CT. So type B CT is available for Bender product. So we already providing hospital group 0 and group 1 location. Not it is RCD, we are measuring the type B CT with 2000 Hz frequency up to 40th harmonics. So wherever data center is there, even grounded system in the PDU racks, we can supply the residual current monitoring with the type B CT. So this is the chart we received from BIS and NEC SP30 2011. It is clearly mentioned group 0 and classes, okay. So according to classes, we supplying our product. So these are we can get from in the website. It is a new standard, it is uploaded, SP30 2023. So just I want to explain here. So TN system already Gopakumar sir and Appu sir has informed. So whenever system is earthed system, okay, you can see the ground, the secondary side of the neutral is grounded. So during operation time, if doctors and nurse, if it touch the any live cable, they will get the shock. Because of that, return current will float the neutral. If you see in the unearthed system, IT system, the neutral is floating because of the secondary side neutral is floating. So first fault, if you touch the live cable, they will not get the shock and even the current, return current will not flow. So this is the standard. You can see the 2 comparison, TN system and IT system. So TN system you can use group 0 and group 1 and IT system you can use in the group 2 locations. So these are our isolation transformer which from it is manufacturing in 0.5 kV to 10 kV. It is as per standard. You can see the IEC 61558-215. It is a standard for medical grade transformer. So if you live cable, if you touch in the transformer output, you will not get the shock. So again our noise level also it is very less and short circuit protection less than 3% and no load input current is less than 3%. So even inrush current is less than 12 into rated current input. So according to IEC standard recommendation, so Bender solution. So IEC is saying if suppose any IT system, okay, any IT system according to 61557-8, you can see the at least impedance 100 kilo ohms is required, okay, but for 230 voltage. So if suppose shall not be greater than 25 volt DC, whenever you are injecting the voltage for checking the insulation value, it should be less than 25 volt DC, okay. Again less than 50 kilo ohms, it is the least resistance. Once if your system is less than 50 kilo ohms, the insulation monitoring will give the alarm and it will inject the current pulse. That current pulse shall not be greater than 1 milliampere. This is the fault location system. Once you identify the fault, any one of the phase is touching, then you have to identify which feeder is faulty. Because of during operation time, you cannot switch off the devices, okay. You have to identify online. So that is the reason IEC saying you have to inject less than 1 milliampere in the system, you identify the fault, okay. So according to standard, we are following same. You can see the 50 to 500 kilo ohms the response value and response time is less than 1 second, you have to identify the fault, which feeder is faulty, which biomedical is faulty. Again this current range also you can see, we injecting 50 milliampere, standard is saying you have to inject less than 1 milliampere. So according to standard, our product is qualified. So we have 2 types of solution, one is without fault location and with fault location. Without fault location means it will show the insulation value goes down. Then you have to identify one by one during operation or after operation you have to switch off one by one. With fault location, it will tell immediately whenever your surgery is going on, so you can identify online. So the maintenance team or technician, nurse can understand which biomedical equipment is faulty. So then immediately they can go and identify the fault and they can remove the biomedical equipment, so they can hand over to biomedical team. So we have two solutions. So this is grounded system. So you can see we have 12 channel monitoring. So this is very special product. So wherever grounded system is there, so we mount the type B CT and type A CT, and each channel we can record up to 40 harmonics DC and AC. So you can monitor the 2000 Hz frequency, each channel 300 data logger is there. You can see the type B CT. The type B CT is, you have to give the supply for a 12 volt and minus plus 12 volt. So this is our special product, type B CT. In the market RCD it is not available at the moment, type B CT, because of that lead time is almost around 25 weeks is there. Maybe it is due to that raw material issue. So we have already product, okay, so which we are already supplying data center and even thermal power plant, nuclear, chemical, wherever fire like chemical and oil and gas is mandatory. So oil and gas we regularly supplying in India, even nuclear power plant, thermal power plant, type B CT is mandatory. So we have 12 channel and single channel. You can see the current rate, okay. So example, third motor is faulty. You can see the third motor is 43 milliampere. The total channel is, you can see the 80 milliampere. This is the harmonics. You can see up to 40th harmonics. So first is 40 milliampere is the AC and third harmonics is 43 milliampere. So like that you can record in the display. So we have surgeon control panel also. It's a touch control panel according to IEC standard. So it is all, you can control the AC and even temperature, your oxygen. So whatever you require, you can configuration. This is our actual panel. So we already installed in many hospital in India. So even our neighbor country in Sri Lanka and Bangladesh also. So we have residual current monitoring with Modbus communication is there. So wherever you require type B CT, like grounded application, like 12 pulse inverter, 6 pulse inverter, and wherever DC is there, like PD unit, rack, so there you can use the type B CT. So this is actually one of the OT lights. So whenever you are going to surgery, there is the shot is going on, but this it will not allow to shadow is there. The Merivara is the top company. So you can operation. Suppose the doctors in the art of can change scientific age. Okay, operation wherever operation you can light also change. Table also is there. Okay. Major already supplying many hospitals in India. CMC one of the. So we have installed panels. It is in Singapore campus. Have any doubt, please ask BCT with insulation. So also we are dislocation system. So we can touch the cable. So we brought insulation monitoring. Whenever according to your register live.
Thank you, sir.